Okay guys, so I'm going to start with my moisturizer as always, and I'm going to be using Benigma. And I don't use too much of this because it's a little creamy, but it's not too oily. And I really like to use it in areas that get dry. Your forehead, your eye area, your mouth. Just blend it in really good. For my primer today, I'll be using NYX Pore Filler. I really like the texture of this. If you have textured skin or acne scars or enlarged pores, it has a nice consistency. You will enjoy it. I really wanted to post this video yesterday, but I didn't want to rush it and film it, and I was kind of behind, so I wanted to get it out today. So I haven't used my Makeup Forever HD color 178 in a long time, and I'm smiling mad. Actually, this is 180. Okay, great. I haven't used this in a while, and I love this foundation, so let's go in and give it a whirl. Love it. I'm gonna use a couple pumps. This is a BH Cosmetics flat top. Just gonna stipple it all over. I like this. This is a little bit, tiny bit redder, but it is warm. You'll see that as I blend it out. So it's great for color correction if you have dark spots. Those really orangey and red coral foundations are great for people who have color correction issues. As you'll see around my mouth, around my eye, my blemishes get wiped out easy, and it's not about coverage. It's about color correction and how you use it. This is why I like color correction versus loads of concealer. Gonna go in with some more. As you can see, that's the color right there. Love it. So when you're using a color correcting foundation, you can go straight into highlighting. Usually you won't have to do much color correcting from there, because when I use my Lancome, after I use my foundation, I'll go in with my Lancome concealer, that's this color, and I'll color correct. And with a foundation like this, you can skip it, but you really should do a warm highlight because you could tend to look a little bit too red. But this brand does a great job of balancing. It's just red enough. Just red enough. It's not even really red, it's more coral. So that's a good combination of both tones, and you just want to make sure to blend it out, buff all over. Gonna take whatever's left on my hand, and this is really just to absorb extra product and to blend it out further and absorb any oil on my face, because my sponge is not extremely wet. So I've been absolutely loving the Tarte Maracuja Oil concealer, and the color I use is deep. I'm gonna try to make sure to say this to you guys because I know sometimes I forget. I've been loving it. And I'm gonna mix that a little bit with some NARS. This is their Creamy Radiant Concealer, and the color is Caramel, and it's just a little bit brighter. And I love the Maracuja Oil Concealer because it's so pigmented and it does a beautiful job of covering. I'm gonna mix the two together and just go ahead and shape my under eye. This is for both highlighting and concealing in a way, although I did most of my concealing. And these two together is just beautiful because the NARS is creamy and radiant, the Maracuja oil is super pigmented and moisturizing, and it really brings in that beautiful crease-free factor. Bright but not too bright. use it all over. Now, my Beauty Blender sponge is dryish right now. It does have a tiny bit of moisture, but it is dryish because the products I'm using right now are creamy, which means they're a little bit more moisturizing. Not to say that they have oil in them, but the textures don't always mix really well with water. And sometimes I just get a better blend for certain textures when my sponge is a little bit more dry than damp. And it also helps to keep the product in place a little bit better, in my opinion. Sometimes introducing water to your makeup can be sudden death, you know? And I really just like the blend it gives. Spray one spray of Fix Plus or something up there, squeeze it a few times, let it dry, and then when you're ready to use it, squeeze it in like a towel or a napkin. I hate when I have product left over. I'm really going for the bright under eye today. Do not like wasting product. Really gotta blend. Okay, so now for my contour, I'm gonna go in with my favorite contour ever, which is Fashion Fair Teak. Love it, love Fashion Fair. I'm gonna go in with my Pinkadot fan brush, and I'm going to, from my hand, transfer it to my fan brush and slowly just really carve out my face. It's good. Go to a cleaner side. Feather. Now I'm just going in and adding kind of a bronzed effect. It really just helps to pull the face in and just gives a really beautiful frame. Just gives you a very beautiful 3D, very carved out face. So I've been loving the NYX HD powder. I'm gonna go in and completely set my face with that. I'm gonna sweep in a down and outward motion. Now for my Lancome powder. You guys should know this routine by now. You guys can probably even tell me what's next after this. This is 560 Cool, and I'm just gonna take it, really go in and finalize that contour. Fluff it around my hairline gently, across my forehead. You guys know this by now, I'm sure. I'm gonna do a sweep across all three. popped it on my cheekbones. Across my brows and through my forehead. Tiny bit of the center color in my tear duct. Actually, a lot bit. Blend it out. A little bit of Lovejoy. I really love this color. It gives a beautiful glow to the cheek and just a bit of a natural pinch of color, depending on what shade, what skin tone you are. I just think it's really, really beautiful. So just for a pinch of pink, a pinch of a tiny bit. I'm gonna only put a tiny bit. This is Tea Rose, and it also offers a tiny bit of a matteness. Just gonna blend it up there very lightly. I love this mascara. This is Tarte Gifted, and it really makes a difference on my little tiny lashes. Just going in and doing what looks attractive and balancing out where my brow is missing natural shape. And I will darken the tail with black to give it a natural ombre. Missing a little height. Go in and missing a little light. Stretch out. Comb. Little body in the tail. Now I'm just going to go in with some black eyeshadow and add a little bit of body through it, but mostly for the tail. I hate to get into bright light and your brows look hollow in spots. Yeah, this is actually a foundation that's just a tiny bit lighter than me, something I'd use for highlighter. And I'm just giving the brow some definition. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and show you guys a few of my favorite lip looks, and I will have the information I will have the information for each lip look available on the screen as well as below.
So clean, you're so clean, and so dirty. Above me, swearing, whispering, and shaky. Your clothes shed light, snake skin, in a pile, all up inside, out and abandoned. For warmth and electricity. Bodies moving almost completely synchronized. first in line for the wishing well, 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 for a long time. Can't you tell? First in line, give me a new start, give me a new page. You see, I would have killed Romeo and saved Juliet, but I don't write stories, no. The time won't forget. So won't you pass me the kerosene? Let's burn to the ground. You've been looking for meaning. Did you like what you found? Forgive me, I've been lonely, but it's not like I don't know my way. But I don't know mine. Oh, look at you, all shiny. And didn't you do well, 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 for a long time? I could not tell you my secret. I don't know where to go from here. Give me a new page. There are some things will never change.
Alright guys, so that is it for the look. A nice little sexy chocolate day to night type of thing, from work to play. If you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them below. All information on lip products will be in the bottom bar. As always guys, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. You can subscribe here, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. I want to thank you so much for commenting, rating, and subscribing. I'll be in touch, and hopefully you'll do the same. Bye guys.
Let's burn